Clearly, my team goes around burning you. Which is not cool. Because I need my attack stats. Especially Michelin, he needs it more than anything. I don't think I'll be able to purify Carvana, but hopefully I'll be really close to. Still like 2.5 bars left for some reason. I hope they give you other shadow starters just randomly. Because that would be cool if they randomized the legendary beast into, not randomized, but changed the beast into being starter Pokemon. As like Entei is, say, Blaziken, Suicune is Swampert, and Raikou is Sceptile, even though that's not fitting, but you know, the only other electric type that is a starter, quote unquote, is Raichu. But even then, I don't think people would count Raichu, because it's Pikachu that is the one that's chosen, and he doesn't evolve when he's the starter. Like, he's quite literally stuck as a Pikachu. Alright, final one before Dakim time. Baron. What in the... Double Graveler? That sure is a team to work with, 2 Gravelers. Because 1 Graveler is not enough, you need 2 of them. Oh, I can purify Kangaskhan. Cool. We can go ahead and do that after this fight. Oh, he's going the self-destruct route. That's not good. Kangaskhan lived? Ah, his partner lived too? Very unfortunate. No, he's definitely gotta go boom now. Yeah, definitely gotta go boom. Dang it. Live with comfortable amount of HP. Ah. And that was supposed to be resisted. And once again, apologies for having moments where I'm not saying anything. But summertime is like the busiest time at a workplace. Because then you have to make up for all the ones that go on vacation. And I know I've used this excuse a lot of times. We're like, oh, work. But, I can't use any other excuse. It is the only correct one. It's because of my day job that I get tired around stream time. Now, I know a solution could be earlier streams, but then again, if I did that much earlier, none of my regular viewers on Twitch would be awake. They all would be sleeping by then. If I were to take it on an hour that would be more suitable. Dive? Ah. 110 base power dive. You gotta be joking me with that. With the dig 2. Dang, boy. That's a lot of might on the 2-turn moves. I'm just going back and I remember I could purify Kangaskhan. So even though Dig is slower than Earthquake, it's technically more powerful than Earthquake, so I think because of that change, he probably didn't give Donphan Earthquake. Because the ROM hacker probably went, I buffed the power of these moves. Let's have it that's their main attacking moves. Which might mean Carvana is not gonna get Surf. And we'll only have to and we can only do single target water type move and not that dual type, or not dual type, but dual target water type move. Great, now I have 2 Quick Claws, which is perfect. Because I do have more slow Pokemon that would like to have Quick Claw. Whoops. I was going on autopilot there, so I didn't notice I didn't advance. Alright, the Kangaskhan's probably not gonna gain any level ups, but it can now start getting level ups, which is good. Fake out. Decent. Getting fake out. Hmm. Again, I have to check up a spelling here, because I know what I want to say. Ah, there we go. Found it. Found the name. I found the thing I want to go for. Probably could have sounded it out, but wanted to be on the safe side. I don't spell it wrong. There. Chancleta would be the name of the Kangaskhan. Now, those that aren't from the Latin culture, well, chancleta is just like a loofah or a shoe that most mothers would use to like punish their kids back in the day, and it's like a very common threat within the Latin community and within memes regarding Latin families, like don't let her bring out the chancleta, otherwise you're like a dead person. Because you're that good at handling the shoe for ass whooping. And since Kangaskhan's a fighting type, I thought, you know, why not? That's what this Kangaskhan does. That's why it's a fighting type, because it throws shoes at people. And of course, the baby Kangaskhan is the one that is fetching the shoe, so you can keep throwing it over and over. Now, what is your nature, Chancleta de Kangaskhan? Hardy. I'm really good at just getting neutral nature on them, aren't I? Alright, fake out is still a normal type move. Okay, so Comet Punch is 90 accuracy, 105 base power. Dude, this ROM hacker had no mercy with the amount of increases to base power. Well, let's see. Will I get possibly Entei here or not? If I don't, then I have to wait till near end game, which I'm fine with, I guess. Fine. After all the persuading I did, you still won't hand it over? Huh, that's what happens to stubborn oafs who don't do as I say. Punch! You treacherous swine! How can you refuse to battle? Ah! Daha! Treacherous? You didn't really think that a worm like you could win. All you had to do was hand over the time flute without making a fuss. It's your own fault for getting hurt. Since you're not cooperating, I don't have any choice but to haul you off to Ein's lab. Hmm? Who are you? What were my underlings doing? That outfit of yours. You must be the troublemaker who messed with Scrub in Celebi's forest. And now you've come to mess with me, the great Dakim? Don't make me laugh. I'll pound a lesson into your flesh and bones. You'll never ever think of bothering me again. I could believe that he could do that. I mean, he shoved the other person like nothing with one hand. Magneton and... a level 60 Tyrogue? So he does mess with the levels, the ROM hacker. This confirms it, because why else would he have a Tyrogue that's level 60 if he didn't mess with them? And it knows Earthquake? Okay. Oh, and I targeted the Magneton with Dig. Why would he give Magneton Levitates? That feels so unfair. Murkrow. Yeah, shift over, because there's a dark type and something Espeon can't really hit, so... I knew you were gonna go for freaking Faint Attack, you Murkrow. Ow! Well, your sacrifice was not in vain, Electabuzz, that's all I say, was not in vain. Because you paralyzed the Magneton, and not in vain at all. Let's do Fake Out Body Slam to really get rid of the Murkrow. Or attempt to get rid of it. Ah, I didn't faint. That's unfortunate. And he has leftovers, of course it does. Mega Punch and Magneton, and no! Not Confuse Ray! No! Not this again with the confusion. Alright, is it still Entei? Or not? Hitmonlee, okay, so he's still not on his last, okay. Kangaskhan, why did you have to do that? Why did you have to hit yourself? I had to use a full heal to make sure that you don't do that again. And instead we'll KO the... Magneton. No, the Magneton lived the stab. How did it live? That's just not okay that it lived. Alright, you have like no defense. You should have taken more damage at Molly. Get out of here, Magneton. What is the shadow Pokemon? You're still not the shadow Pokemon yet. Come on. My last Hyper Potion. I can send in Espeon after this, that's why. Detect, huh? That's why. Detect Earthquake. So we need to get rid of Hitmonlee, because it knows Earthquake, and we don't want it to Earthquake whatever Shadow Pokemon. Oh, Hitmonchan also knows Earthquake, huh? Just lovely. Well, Hitmonlee is so dead. But so might the Shadow, because he might be stupid and use Earthquake still.